Yep. Are you listening? Welcome back to the channel. Dean, Mike, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. You're welcome, of course, on this channel, no matter what you believe, what you look like, what you listen to. We don't judge you, and we expect the same back.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
we're gonna be doing a holiday rendition of "Is the Cover Better Than the Original" today. Yeah, yeah, man, we're going back, taking it back to Merle Haggard. I don't even know if I've heard anything. I'm sure I have heard something from Merle Haggard, but I just can't even think of a song. What do you know a song off the top of your head?
No, I was looking at his picture when I was looking for the lyrics, and I don't know the guy. Something might come up in memory after hearing it, but I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just looking at the song titles, Mama Tried, Poncho, and the Lefty. I don't recognize some of these songs, man. Fight Inside of Me. I mean, I've never heard of some of these. I mean, I may have heard them, but I just don't recognize them.
Right.
So we're doing If We Make It Through December. And then the cover is going to be done by a more modern artist. Her name is Phoebe Bridgers. And I've heard some stuff from her, and she's really, really good. She's kind of in that indie folk realm. So she's kind of perfect for doing a song like this. I would think anyways. I've never heard this song. I just know who Phoebe Bridgers is. I know what kind of music she plays, and I know Merle Haggard is like an old school, I think, in the same country folk type cowboy kind of music. So this will be interesting. As a performer and songwriter, Merle Haggard was the most important country artist to emerge in the 1960s, and he
Whoa.
became one of the leading figures of the Bakersfield country scene. While his music remained hardcore country, he pushed the boundaries of the music quite far, like his idol Bob Wills. His music was a melting pot that drew from all forms of traditional American music, country, jazz, blues, and folk, and in the process developed a distinctive style of his own.
You mean Bakersfield, California?
That's what I was wondering. Is that Bakersfield, California? I didn't even know Bakersfield had a country scene
Yeah.
in the
It's got a
60s or
desert
something.
scene.
Yeah.
Oh, that for sure. But
Yeah, let's just get into it. If We Make It Through December by Merle Haggard.
If we make it through December, everything's gonna be alright, I know. It's the coldest time of winter, and I shiver when I see the falling snow. If we make it through December, got plans to be in a warmer town come summertime, maybe even California. If we make it through December, we'll be fine. Got laid off down at the factory.
Rough.
And their timing's not the greatest in the world.
No, it's the worst time to get laid off, man, around Christmas time.
Heaven knows I've been working hard. Wanted Christmas to be right for Daddy's girl. I don't mean to hate December. It's meant to be the happy time of year. And my little girl don't understand why Daddy can't afford no Christmas here.
ah man.
If we make it through December,
I like the violin.
Yeah.
I like that piano.
everything's gonna be alright, I know. It's the coldest time of winter, and I shiver when I see the falling snow. If we make it through December, got plans to be in a warmer town come summertime, maybe even California. If we make it through December, we'll be fine.
Little instrumental here at the guitar.
Yeah.
A little simple song. I like that.
Ta-da! Yeah. Typical country sadness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the past few videos, the holiday ones we've done, it's kind of bringing out that whole idea of the sadness that surrounds
Right.
December at times for people, unfortunately.
And that's justifiable,
It's
because
reality.
yeah, it's just, it's real, dude. It's not always the greatest time of the year. And so for kids it is sort of, unless you're not getting shit that you want. But I mean, otherwise, for a lot of people it's stressful, having to go shopping and do all that, go through the motions of like, damn, there ain't nothing in the bank account, and we're gonna have to run up the freaking card and blah blah blah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
It's
he's
tough,
got he's
dude.
got a positive outlook on it because he's saying everything's gonna be all right.
Well, yeah, summertime in California is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nothing like the wild wild west, man.
Influencing countless other artists. Not coincidentally, he was the best singer-songwriter in country music since Hank Williams, writing a body of songs that became classics. Throughout his career, Haggard was a champion of the working man, which he does kind of talk about, right? Being laid off and stuff like that. So people
Yeah,
probably related to that whole thing,
right.
largely due to his rough and tumble history. So he may have actually had that, he may have actually been laid off and had that struggle maybe before his music career.
Huh. Interesting.
That's
That's
cool.
cool, man.
Yeah, he sounds
Yeah.
like a real roots kind of guy, right from the ground up.
Yeah. I like him already.
Yeah, yeah, he's got that look too. He's just like you probably if you saw him in the grocery store, you just think he was like someone's grandpa. I didn't even.
Right. Well, when I was looking at the song link or whatever, a picture of him showed up, but he looked like from the 60s with the
The
what do you call
chops.
it? Yeah, yeah. So I
Mhm.
mean, the sideburns and all that.
Yeah,
And I mean that's just like, yeah,
yeah.
that's like old school right there, man. But
All right,
I like that, the working man and shit.
I like that too. Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
like Johnny Cash. He was that way too.
Yeah, that's cool. Just real grit, fucking
Real
right
relatable.
there. Yeah, exactly.
I liked that guitar sound. That sounded like a classical guitar almost. I don't know if it was a
Yeah,
nylon string classical, but it sounded like it was a very soft sound. It wasn't harsh.
yeah,
And then the
yeah.
violin was nice, the little piano that was going on. It was just a really nice musically, it was just a really nice arrangement.
So this next person um is same title song, right?
Yep, it's the same exact song. It's just done in a modern, I'm hoping a modern way. I'm not sure if it's how different it's going to be. The genre's got to be a
Um
little bit different because she's not like country. A Los Angeles-based singer-songwriter with a dreamy and hook-filled indie pop heart, Phoebe Bridgers' witty, lyrical perspectives, sadly beautiful songs, and commanding melodies have connected with millions of fans worldwide. Bridgers emerged out of nowhere in 2015, and in the space of just a few years, her songs drew significant praise and attention. So she's obviously pretty new, and she's
yeah.
making waves, and she's stylistically doing her own thing.
Sound like she's pretty talented.
Yeah, she's a cool chick for sure, and
Nice.
the world needs more of that for sure.
Right.
Yeah, from a man's perspective.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so let's hear her version, and we will decide which one we felt was better. because as we've discovered on this channel, not every time is the cover better than the original, and not every time is the original better than the cover.
Right.
So this is always a mystery to find.
Yes.
All
We
right, here
shall
it
see.
is. Yeah. Like it already.
Yeah.
If we make it through December, everything's gonna be alright, I know. It's the coldest time of winter, and I shiver when I see the falling snow. If we make it through December, got plans to be in a warmer town come summertime. Maybe even California. If we make it through December, we'll be fine. Got laid off at the factory, and their timing's not the greatest in the world. Heaven knows I've been working hard. Wanted Christmas to be right for my girl. I don't mean to hate December. It's meant to be the happy time of year. And my little girl don't understand why we can't afford no Christmas here. If we make it through December, everything's gonna be alright, I know. It's the coldest time of winter, and I shiver when I see the falling snow. If we make it through December, got plans to be in a warmer town come summertime. Maybe even California. If we make it through December, we'll be fine. Maybe even California. If we make it through December, we'll be fine.
Oh,
Sorry, Merle. Sorry, Merle. Yeah, I like this a lot more.
you did?
I did.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of I don't know. Personally, I'm kind of torn, actually.
Okay.
Um uh
There was a little bit more interesting instrumentation going on with Merle Haggard's.
that's why.
For sure. That's why.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, you got that little guitar solo, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And
The violins and the guitars and
right.
the piano. Yep.
And then there's the originality of the created song itself.
True.
And I resonate pretty closely to his lifestyle. So
Yeah.
yeah. So you're probably gonna want to hear what I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah, let's hear it, man.
I mean,
I mean, you feel tied, so I mean, it's probably. I mean, and that could be an answer. That could be,
right.
they're both really great, and
Yeah,
I don't know that one is better than the other because honestly, one is just really done differently, which is that
yeah.
we've done some covers where it wasn't a drastic change from the original.
Yeah.
Like I think we did the it was the Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Remember that one wasn't too far drastically different. This one is.
This one's different.
Which can bring up that whole, well, they're both really great.
Yeah. And and I love her voice. I love the simplicity of what was going on. Was that piano or guitar. I can't remember. I can't.
That sounded like piano, but let me pull it back just to make sure.
Even California, if we make it through December, we'll be fine.
Yeah, the entire way through, I think it was piano.
Yeah, it sounds like piano.
Yeah.
So you've got, the simplicity of that, and the softness of what she brings to the table.
She seems to bring out the emotion a little bit more in the song, I think, than Merle Haggard did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she has,
That fragile voice.
that type of emotion, and
That frail voice.
and I think, yeah, it conveys really good with what's happening with the actual song, the lyrics, and what we talked about earlier with what goes on during the holidays, how people feel, about nothing is really perfect about the holidays, so she has that feel that's like, almost like a longing or something, kind of a feel
Yep.
to her voice.
Yeah, you almost feel like the pain. You almost feel the pain of losing the job and the struggle of getting through, this time where, you spend a lot of money on bills and Christmas gifts and,
Right.
trying to provide a happy environment for your family and the people you
Exactly.
love, but you're also going through your own personal struggles.
I really like both versions. But I'm gonna go with my gut, and I'm gonna go with Haggard, only
Okay.
because of the originality of, he's the writer, and
Yeah.
then he did what he could for what he knew at that time, and um normally I don't really go for country type sounds,
Yeah.
because I'm originally, like, a metalhead,
Right.
and so but um
Old school country is different though, man. Old school country just hits a little
yeah,
bit differently than some of the more like, I don't even say modern, because of course modern country is very, very different from even like the 90s and 80s country.
yeah,
But like when you go back to like the 60s and the 70s country, it's just a little bit of a different animal. Because even Johnny Cash was considered country.
right,
So
yeah,
I could dig some old school original country, and I think Merle Haggard is probably, doing that genre justice.
right.
And his version of this song is a great country Christmas song. I think it's a great country Christmas song.
I'm not gonna say I don't like country, because I do like country, um but even though I'm not familiar with country as much, I should say, and I think Arizona is rubbing off on me. That's what.
I still don't like the real traditional country stuff like we've talked
Right.
about, but like like I'm not really big on Jason Aldean or Tim McGraw or
Yeah.
even like Keith Urban or anything. But like I've been starting to give like alternative country more of a chance again, which I've liked before, but like I'm starting to like listen to more like country rock or like alternative country. There's some pretty cool I like Chris Stapleton a lot because he's got a little bit more of the
Yeah.
blues influence into his
Yeah, I
country
really like
music.
him, man. Yeah, he's got some feeling going on there,
Yeah, that
and
soul and
especially that blues
blues.
action. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fucking bomb.
So when you got a country artist that kind of mix in some other shit and they're
Hmm.
trying to like do something above what everybody else is doing,
Yeah,
that's what I like. I like a
yeah,
country artist, which is all genres. I like that. Any rock
yeah,
band that tries to go in and take something else and do what's different from everybody else. I like that.
yeah, yeah. You're right. Me
Yeah.
too. I'm the same way.
I mean, your points are valid enough that I've started to even think in my own head after choosing Phoebe
Uh-oh.
Bridge. Yeah, after choosing Phoebe Bridgers, I'm like, you're bringing up some good points right now, man. I don't even know if I'm in. I might be a little bit torn on this too.
Right. Only
Um,
because, I like the guitar solo, and, the guitar action. I mean, that was cool, and just um the originality of it, and she brings an originality to it too, with the simplicity part, the piano, and her wispy voice,
yeah,
with it, and that conveys the whole, the feel and the message of the song. So, I mean, there's benefits to both, but I'm going with Haggard, just because that's what I feel. I don't know. I just can't explain it. I don't know.
Yeah. For me, I
Um,
really love that she brought out the emotions in this whole song, either through her voice or how she was singing it. And then I think just that was just the piano, and it was kind of, you could almost hear her hitting the keys even. It was, however, it was the production in it was almost like you felt like you were in the room, with her as she was
right.
playing. So just a very impersonable approach to this song that really just draws the emotions of the sadness, which kind of
Right.
is within this storytelling.
No, I totally agree with you on that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 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 It feels right. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
she made it her own.
I was smiling the whole time when I heard her start singing. I was like, damn, and I almost started getting a little bit watery eyed, man. I was like,
Uh,
I was like, man, I'm feeling this right now. And then we've been doing songs like about this whole kind of topic of just struggles, either being lonely, with what was it, Orville Peck's being lonely, and then
right.
uh what was it, Ashcroft's sonnet, which was kind of about either a death or a breakup, or just a lot of contemplation around winter time.
Right.
So
Right.
this whole thing is kind of built up to this song, it seems like, in a way.
Yeah.
uh
Yeah. It's amazing how things can develop, over time. And like that's what happens, like, for you and I, like when we do these shows, it's we just do them back to back sometimes, and like, and week to week. And it's just like it's it's in a lot of respects, it's like a story of our life at the same time, as we go through these things, and it's great. I mean, that's what makes it real for me, and more, just personal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
glad that with this one we got to have a difference of opinions, because you get to represent a certain community of people that are watching our videos that will think Merle Haggard had the better version, and then I'm kind of representing the people who may think Phoebe Bridgers had the better version. So
Right.
it's not necessarily a bad thing if we disagree. I think it's a very beneficial thing for our viewers to have us both maybe explain why we like one over the other, or
Yeah.
prefer one or the other. Neither one is better than the other. That's You can't really judge art that way. There's only just what you prefer.
True.
So obviously, hats off to both of these fine
Oh
musicians.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. They both bring great things to the table.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys, let us know what you thought. Which one of these versions did you prefer? Did you like Merle Haggard's version, that old school country? Are you from that blue collar? Or did you like the more modern, emotional, dig into your darker side of Phoebe Bridgers' version?
Which is it?
You can't be wrong. So you can't be wrong. So let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Check our links. Check our follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Check out Dean's site. He's got his own blog now where he's posting his own personal things. He's got vlogs. He's got. But you let us know, Dean. What you got on there now?
Oh, I'm just posting like just some personal stuff. You know, you just got to see it to know, really, So yeah, just check it out, see if it
You got
resonates with you.
Right on, man. And then you can check out my playlists on Spotify. You got a link up there on our website, areyoulisteningreactions.com. And we'll be back for another one, guys. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.